Over here. Left. Now back. No, a little bit. There you go. Welcome to the premiere of The Brink of Darkness. I'm your host, Dan Coda, and we're broadcasting live from the Crooked Path Occult Apothecary in beautiful Burbank, California. The final preparations have begun, and guests are beginning to arrive. And in approximately 15 minutes, we will be cutting live to the world's first live stream 360-degree seance. Now, before you get all uppity and think I didn't come here to visit this site and watch a fake-looking TV in the dark, I want to assure you that once the seance begins, we will be moving into the center of the spirit circle. Something a little bit like this. You'll be able to look around, see the people sitting around the table, and interact with us via chat. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. But for now, we're going to come back to this mini virtual set and introduce a few people. My co-hosts for this evening are Corey Dacey and Lauren Parker. They're both experienced paranormal investigators from Los Angeles that you may have seen on a few other series, but we're not going to go ahead and list those off at this time. Corey, why don't you go ahead and go introduce yourself? Jump up to a mic.
Very good. Hi, my name's Corey. I work with Ripley's Believe It or Not during my normal job, and our whole function is making sure that things are totally legit. The first Snopes was Robert Ripley. He was all about calling BS on things that weren't real. So we're here to add any kind of scientific validation to the process that we can without being influenced by beliefs or any kind of predisposition.
And Lauren?
All right, so I'm Lauren Parker. I am on Corey's paranormal team. I'm the team historian, and we come from a scientific background, so this is my first time doing anything like this. I'm excited to be here, and hopefully we can learn from each other tonight.
So, as they're getting ready, I'm going to go ahead and introduce a few people. Let me see if I can get Patty out here. Hey, Patty! Hey, Patty, can you come on in? I'm going to have Patty squeeze in here real quick. You're going to do some preliminary readings and see what's going on?
Sounds good. We'll go ahead and run our equipment.
Excellent. Patty should be out in just a moment. Come on over here, Patty.
Hello.
We've got the camera right in front of us.
Hello.
This is your microphone. This is Patty Negri. She's our Hollywood witch.
Yes, Hollywood.
Or the Hollywood witch, I guess I should say. And you're going to be leading the seance today.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
And I understand that you've had a couple of seances. I've seen some on YouTube before.
Yes, I have. I literally did my first one when I was 7 or 8 years old.
7 or 8.
I knew when I was 3 or 4 that I saw things that not everybody saw, and that the so-called imaginary friends that little kids have weren't all imaginary. And there was never fear attached to it. So I was just kind of obsessed with the other side. So literally, I went in my little suburban hallway, closed all the original windows, closed all the doors, turned off the lights, came up with my first chant, I think, just kind of inside of me, and realized I didn't know dead people. So John Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe, they're dead. So I just decided to call them in. And then my windowless, lightless, the little hallway filled with lights, orbs shooting through. Me and my little girlfriend Sherry Jones went running out screaming, but inside I was like, yes, this is real, this is tangible, this is something we can communicate with. So I've studied my whole life paranormal sciences, occult sciences, religions, philosophy, cosmologies, and I take it all down to energy, actually. So I can work within different cosmologies. I take everything as energy. We know that from science. It's just like these guys work, from spirituality, from everything. It's energy.
It absolutely is. So, do you expect anything to happen tonight?
I think everything should happen tonight because it is Halloween night. The veil is the thinnest of all year long. The veil is the thinnest tonight. This is Samhain in the pagan tradition, which it is when we celebrate the dead and we cross over those loved ones who may not have crossed over. The horsemen go out and they're, bringing in the soul. So now the reason people dress up, starting in Europe, is to scare away bad spirits to kids, and why they put out, well, it wasn't pumpkins in Europe, but put out the jack-o'-lantern type things.
Yeah, actually, in Europe, originally it was a turnip.
Yes, it was a turnip.
They hollowed out a turnip, and that was their jack-o'-lantern.
Yes.
And our trick-or-treating tradition covered from, because it was the Harvest Festival, was going around to all of the neighbors and asking for food to have this big, huge festival for Samhain.
Yeah. So,
So a little bit
so
of
that's where
trivia.
it all comes from, and it's great. So hopefully we will get some stuff because we're an amazing place with some amazing stuff. We've got some amazing people, and the veil's thin. So we'll lift it up, what isn't lifted up, and see what we find.
We will see what it finds.
Yeah.
We have a couple of detectors on the table in there.
Okay.
We have a thermometer to show if there's any temperature variances. And we have an EMF detector in there. I'm going to let Corey talk about the EMF detector a little bit more in detail here while I try to wrangle up Sal and get him out here. If Corey, if you could jump over, thank you very much,
Thank
Patty.
you very much. Thank
Thanks.
you. See you at the table.
All right. Sorry, I'm just checking some of the feeds real quick. Make sure, see how the chats are going.
That looks awesome.
We gotta lock up. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. Just go ahead and stand by. EMFs while I go and.
Very good.
So I'm going to go get the camera hooked up now.
Hey, gang. This is Corey. So what we like to use out there is a lot of scientific equipment. Big part of my training is learning what actually would be considered what some people call haunted versus what people call paranormal. So part of my practice is making sure that I never make a business call on something and call it haunted if the H word isn't appropriate. We use the word paranormal a lot. Paranormal describes anything that is above the normal. There's a few different devices that we can use. The devices that we mostly will use are going to detect things called EMFs, electromagnetic fields. These are generated by a whole lot of different things, though. This is generated by equipment, by electricity, by boxes on your wall. You can go into a location and have wiring run all the way around you, and that location can make you feel creepy because it has lots of EMF in it. So what you see in my hand here, this is an EMF detector. Once we've gone through an area and swept it and have determined what the fields of energy that are naturally in the room are, if something else were to happen in that room, we would want to go ahead and investigate that further. Paranormal, again, being above the normal, if we were to find something that was not supposed to be there on one of these devices, we'd want to confirm it with the second device. We'd also want to set up different directions and different ways that we could interact with it. But that's kind of the first step, is finding out where the energy is, because EMF fields can definitely make you feel and see things that aren't really there. Old saying, though, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you. It could still be paranormal activity. Anyway, very cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the seance tonight. And again, we're just here to be your validation service and tell you if anything wild happens that is scientific and scientifically explainable. Anyway, thank you. Bye, guys. See you soon.
All right, we're going to go ahead and cut to the table here in just a moment. And hopefully our internet connections are doing a lot better here. Looks like I'm getting some thumbs up across boards now, so I had to lower the resolution. I'm sorry. Hopefully you'll still be able to see what's going on clearly. We're going to go ahead and jump over here in just a second. Okay, our guests are getting onto the table right now. We're going to go ahead and cut you over.
He's out there. We just start on our own, right? We just start.
The seance room.
Hello.
Hi.
We're live?
We're live.
We're live. God.
You sound so surprised.
We're the live ones.
All right. Okay. Welcome everybody here and there for joining us on Hallows night. Okay. Any questions from anybody at the table? It's always okay to ask. And also, I do want to state, even for you folks at home, even though I'm a medium, there's very gifted people here and very gifted people out there. Don't be afraid, at least the people here, to if you hear something or you sense something or you smell something or you taste something, don't be afraid to say it, because you might be the one hearing the name of the person across from that you don't know. Once the veil's open, it's all fair game. So just, look out the corners of your eyes, look out changes of temperature, things like that. So, everybody ready? Okay. Everybody just take a deep breath in here. Just want to take a deep breath and relax. Exhale. One more. Exhale. One more. Exhale. Exhale. Light and dark are turning, luck be in the burning. Light and dark are turning, luck be in the burning. Black spirits and white, red spirits and gray. Mingle, mingle, mingle who may. Tout, 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 around and about. A world within and a world without. A world within and a world without. The good stay in and the ill Stay out. There is a land where we all go, where ne'er the frost or cold winds blow, and friends remembered reunite, and those who hate forget their spite. And glow around these gentle beings, we call you now to bless our meeting. Heaven's promise our spirits thrive, and now for the living, let the dead come alive. As we slowly lift the veil between the worlds, we raise the veil up. We invite in spirits here within this room. We invite in spirits good and light. The other side in with us now. Okay. Little heads popping up everywhere. Somebody with really oversized eyes is right over here. It's male. I would say he belongs to somebody on this side of the room. Do you guys remember somebody with oversized eyes? Do you know somebody like that who's passed on?
I've met someone, but I don't know who it is.
Okay.
But I did meet someone with oversized eyes.
Okay.
But it was female.
It was
so
female?
I'm not really sure.
No, this feels like a very male. You not there?
I've only had one death in my family and one funeral I've been to, and that was my great grandma.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And by the way, sometimes people come to you that you didn't meet when they go back into ancestry line, both your physical ancestry bloodline or even your tribe line along the way, or guides or other things that can come in. Of course, spirits, ghosts are ghosts. Usually crossed over, fine. Sometimes they're not crossed over. There's a little edge to that. We actually can cross them over if they do, especially tonight. That is what we do tonight. There are other kind of spirits or residual haunting, but we're not going to get that here. That's like at the bed and breakfast where the lady in white walks by over and over again, and it's more like video camera. They don't reenact, and that's not going to be here, because this is a very charged and open and alive place. The other thing that could happen is the everything else category, which are things that were never human. Those are things from other realms. We're going into the Fey realm, the angelic realm, the demonic realm, which we're not going to call in any of those. Extraterrestrial realm, though they never come to the same seance as ghosts. Don't know why. I don't know much about that whole ET thing, but I've done a couple of those, and they won't come to the same. So here we're going for spirits, of this world spirits. This person here, maybe it's even for somebody outside in the room out there, or somebody, watching it online. I think it's definitely a male, and it's got kind of cute eyes, and he plays about the big eyes. It's probably an S name. Could be Sam or something like that. So if anybody is out there and you're following along, let us know that that's attached to you, because he's cute, and he just opened his eyes so darn big when we came in. They're also, we've got a critter in here. It's a little dog. It's about, and if any of you guys, don't be afraid to say. Everybody can talk here. If you feel it down by your shins, anything, a little bit of movement right down there, it actually feels a little bit cold.
I felt it.
Yeah, yeah. There's a little dog. I would say it's about a 20 pound, 30 pound little dog. If anybody. Yeah, again, animals like to hang with us. They do. And again, now that the veil is open, they can feel it. Does that relate to anybody here that have a little mid-sized dog at some point? You?
A long time ago. 30, 40.
That doesn't matter.
Long time ago. Black dog.
Yeah.
And Cocker Spaniel.
Okay, that's about the size of a Cocker Spaniel. That's what I'm feeling. Did he like to come up by your legs like that?
Yeah, Duchess.
Duchess? Or she? Okay, I think Duchess is here.
Yeah, Black Cocker Spaniel.
Okay, Duchess is here. Because it felt like you, because it was right here by us, and it was by the three of us, so So Death just hangs out. You could feel her sometime if you want to. You know, like they usually come when you least expect it. You're at your computer or watching television or something. She's showing me something blue. It's probably too long to remember. A blue bowl, a blue toy of some sort.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Older than 40 years, longer.
Okay, that's
Older.
Dan.
I don't want to give my age away. But
We're 29. We're 29. And, no.
That makes me 10.
Yeah, you're 10. You're 10.
I was older.
No, that, what a strong presence she has. It must have been a special spirit to you. A special.
Yeah, it's my first dog.
Are we getting something, Sal, over here?
It's just trying to. You know, usually we're working with a broadcast because we have light around us, and of course, we're all used to occultists. You know, are used to working in darker situations. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to really focus on the light, almost making it burn the insides of my eyes, because I want to pull from that instead of pull from the dark, and not in a metaphoric way. I mean literally, because the light is so overbearing in my eyes now. If I keep my eyes closed and push into it, maybe we can pull from it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I like that because this is bright.
It's very bright, so you have to work with that, and it can come through that.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, it seems like it takes a conscious effort to counteract the awareness of the broadcast, and in order to open up to the
Backwards?
doing
No,
that.
left
sorry.
palm up,
He's
right
doing
palm
the
down.
Gardnerian
Left
thing.
palm, right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, everything's
I'm just
backwards on
trying
the
to-
other side.
yeah.
Left palm up, right palm down.
I'm trying to just
South of the equator, it's even backwards.
Do we want to do a little chant or a little sound of some sort to pull that in with the light?
Edward, do you want to do an Om chant like you do?
Want to do Om chant? Okay.
I feel the presence of many beings, but I don't feel anyone clamoring to get a message through.
Okay.
Just the presence of
Very.
many beings enjoying what's going on.
Very many beings.
The wind.
You felt it. Yeah, there. So I invite anybody who's attached to anybody here to go stand by your people.
I'm getting orange trees.
Orange trees.
You know, that they were here before this street. This used to be a dirt road, and there were orange trees where we're sitting.
So this is probably somebody coming back from before. I'm getting a very heavy chest. Somebody who, probably.
Okay, it's happening now.
Are you getting okay? So somebody probably died of a heart attack or something like that, and probably they're attached to this space over one of the people here. Is standing over there.
I feel the cold here.
Yeah, it's so good. They're all moving in. So we invite those spirits to move in around us.
Oh my gosh, I can't. It's like wind.
And somebody's.
You know, I keep seeing Sal. I keep seeing George.
Is George someone's past?
George owned panpipes years
Oh,
and years ago.
George!
You
I
know
studied
George?
under George.
Yes, so did
He
I.
married me.
George.
And,
That's just three people with a connection to him right
I
here.
see those stairs.
Did he have a heart attack?
Yeah, I talked to him the day before he died.
Oh, I just got goosebumps.
I see the stairs from Hollywood. Those stairs going up.
The stairs? What stairs?
Where the Ram Center was.
Oh,
off of
wow. You're
Hollywood.
talking 89. '88. That's on Cherokee in Selma. The fire was there.
George. I think he's really happy we're here.
Do you feel Freddie? Sal's friend Freddie, not Freddy Krueger.
I mean, we're not. Are we pulling in on people like that? You
We
want
can
naming
pull in on
people?
anybody. I think we should. I think we should pull in on people.
Yeah, I saw him. Weird.
It's Freddie. Do you guys want to? Do we want to call him in?
That was a sad death.
Hmm?
He died of heroin overdose.
Yeah. Then we might get dizzy.
I connected with him when we did the Requiem. I don't feel that he's sad at the moment, but I think he's enjoying what's going on.
Yeah. So we invite you here, Freddie. We know you're here anyway.
He was cremated up the street.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No respect. He's showing me a car. Did he have some weird thing about a car?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see it, but he's still got his car, even if it's in spirit world, whatever that is. Would the word sounds like willow mean something to Freddie? Wallow or willow? Willow. Wallace? No.
Freddie was also connected to George. Freddie was Feruza's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
You knew Freddie too. He performed at the Monte Cristo.
This is wild. We're calling everybody in.
Yeah, but that's
And
not
he's-
what I'm feeling.
George especially.
What are you feeling?
I don't
He's-
talk about what I'm feeling.
Okay.
What are you feeling, Sal?
You guys want to talk about it?
Didn't want to talk about something?
I
Okay.
don't know. It's real weird.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to.
There's an energy pushing on. Did anybody feel it, like pushing in the circle?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that if the spirit's gathering around. It's like pushing and.
I feel like pressure on my chest.
Mm-hmm.
I do too.
Yeah.
And like something on my cheek.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody, please speak up when you feel something, sense something, see something.
I just feel energy like going from me, like
Yeah.
waving.
And don't be afraid to move. People,
Yeah.
especially in anything, doing a seance, doing ritual, it takes more energy. It puts you into the rhythm of the energy. So yeah, it's okay.
See, when you, it's like prana. Do you all know what prana is?
Yes.
So when you pull your hand off your partner's hands, let it stay connected even though they're not touching. And now feel it. There it is. Now focus that.
That's good. Did Freddie have a really interesting laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because he's laughing. He's fine.
Something else. Feel the floors of this place. That's what we need to focus on right now. If we can feel the walls of this place. Center in on what you're feeling from the walls of this place. Step back before any of us were born. That's it right there. Now it's real.
There we go. Thank you.
There There's a lot of sadness here from years ago. Here. There's a lot of discord and a lot of arguments and a lot of shortcomings of bills being paid and arguments because of it in the home. And I try to not think about this, but it's coming through.
Let's just release it. It's not to not think about it, it's just to release it.
Acknowledge it. Bring energy from Keter through to it to allow it to transmute and move to a higher plane, to allow for the fullest potential of these walls today without carrying that alone. It's like the Requiem.
It's the 70s. It was very brown. And it was very much, this building was very much connected to the rest of it at that point.
I'm sensing everything that you're talking about. There's 3 specific spirits here. 2 human spirits, or what were human spirits, and one almost a created spirit by the energy of this place. Almost, it has created a fetish or spirits of its own. These are dowsing rods for anybody who doesn't know. Can't control them like this. They've been around forever. It's how you find water in the desert. You can take them on ghost hunts or things like this. They can point to spirits. I can't control them. You can go buy a pair on Amazon. But for divination, they cross on yes and they don't cross on no. But there is this beautiful, beautiful non-human spirit right behind Sal. Can you push at the spirit behind Sal? Point at it.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, it's just, it might even be into your creation and in your belief system and cosmology or something you work with. But
Last night we conjured Hecate in here,
okay,
and that's where she was.
We'll take her right there.
That's where she sat last night in the black.
So that's the spirit created here. So that she's right here with us. Yay, Hecate. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I mean, she's very much a force in my life, in our life, obviously, and I mean, she's more than just a force. I mean, she's our deity.
Yeah.
She's our goddess, but.
Beautiful. Well, Hecate, you are certainly welcome at our circle. There's a male between you two. So can you, again, I can't do that. If spirit, will you point where the male spirit is?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really thick. It's great. And there's finally one more. There's I think it's female, but I can't really tell. It's a little fluid on there, and it's literally almost right directly behind you. Do you feel something?
Maybe.
Okay, point where you are, other beautiful fluid spirit.
Oh my.
So we got circled. Everything you were talking about. I think Hecate came in because of what you were talking and what you were releasing from the people that were here. everything, even with that, just lightened up about 3 levels. Sadly, it's brighter. I wish it was darker. We're embracing the light. But everything vibrationally went up about 2 things. You feel it? You're feeling a lot of stuff. You're very...
No, I just saw George. I saw him talking to Sal about wanting to pull off
He's
the
like
shelf.
yelling at me about something.
Yeah, I saw it.
You're wanting to pull out...
It was
Hi, George.
George Hiram Derby.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
He said he was a 9-volt battery. I thought of him earlier when someone was asking for a 9-volt battery.
Really?
He said there is no higher self. The brain is a 9-volt battery.
He's great.
So like,
I want
hey, how you
signs. If
doing
we're gonna
without
talk
that
about George,
9-volt
I want
battery?
George. If we really think that George is here, then I'm gonna be able to ask things to him that only he and I know,
Okay.
and then he should be able to answer through somebody else.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah. You can answer. And again,
And I'm
if you're
not
getting-
testing, but I just feel like
No. And if
I'm not feeling him 100% at this point. I've got something else that I'm dealing with, but
okay, and if anybody get anything, don't be afraid. This is a safe space.
raise your right or left hand. Pick one. Okay.
Did she pass?
She did.
She
I
passed.
asked which hand his top of his wrist was tattooed.
Ah.
It was on his right hand.
So that's good.
That was
Okay.
good.
Okay. Cross on yes, not cross on no. George, are you here? Okay.
Most definitely.
Point at Sal. Okay. Anything else you want to ask?
I want. Yeah. I'm not gonna go there.
You're not gonna go there? Can you go there? Half go there?
Are we gonna? We're talking with George.
Yeah.
George. Do you feel what I'm feeling about another person entirely? Yes or no?
Yes.
The other side.
Is he older than you? Yes or no? Would he be older than you if you were both alive today? What does that mean?
That should be a yes.
Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
Is he sad?
Yes.
Yes and no.
That was a yes.
Do you want me to keep going?
Whatever you want to do. I don't know whether they want.
Some reviewers would really like to know the spirits' names.
Oh,
That's what we're
spirits'
working
names.
on right now.
We're working
We're
on
that
names.
right now.
All right, I'm hearing something about a Bob, for
Mm-hmm.
one. I don't know if this is the person we're talking to right now.
And what about the male right there?
It was George.
No.
Oh.
So did anybody know a Bob or Robert who passed?
My uncle.
Your Uncle Bob? See, you're pulling them in.
He died about 2 years ago.
Okay.
He was a costumer, wardrobe man. I worked under him.
Wow. So, it's so funny. Before you said that, I should have said something about. I was going to say something about shirts or clothes or something like that. I wasn't fast enough. Something with his head. Do you remember something with his head or eyebrows or something like that?
He was just a good looking guy. I mean, he was. He passed away here in Burbank.
Wow.
Right, not too far from
There
there.
they're hanging. He didn't do a movement with his hand or something like this, or have.
Yeah, he would always be gesturing with his hands, you know.
Okay. Oh yeah. Princess, please. Yeah, because that's what I'm seeing. It felt to me like touching it, but maybe it was up here. Something. I'm not getting words right yet, but something about shoes, specific shoes.
Yeah, he loved shoes. He
Yeah.
was a wardrobe man, so he was always dressed very, very well dressed, extremely well dressed.
But do you remember something about a specific pair of shoes, somehow relating to you, not just that he had?
No. It's just that we dealt with shoes all the time.
Okay, all right, okay. Guess he likes shoes. Oh, shoe fetish.
That's me.
Okay, spirits. Does anybody here want to call in anybody specific? And anybody, I've never done this like online live. If there's anybody out there wants to call in anybody specific, we can try that.
You can comment and then he'll
They
let
can
us know.
comment and we will see if we can bring them in.
What does it sound?
Bob really loved life. I think he wants to come back, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm still hearing that willow type thing again. That doesn't mean anything to anybody.
Willow?
Willow.
What do you mean willow?
I don't know. I keep hearing willow. I said it a little while ago. I don't know if it was him or what. Or
Well, willow. I had an instructor who taught me how to work with a blade called a willow cut. He called it a willow cut.
is the
He
instructor?
passed- he
He's
passed
passed.
away. Yeah, we weren't on good terms for many a year, and then before he passed, I went and saw him, and we made up.
What's his name?
Gordon.
Okay. So, Gordon, are you here?
Yes.
Are you the one that keeps telling me Willow for the last 15 minutes? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Who's your student?
Oh, snap.
Okay. Are you still mad at him? Whatever. No. You're all made up.
That's his crest.
Oh, that's
Oh.
beautiful. Do you want to see? You want to hold these?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
I
I
wanna
think
see
might go
what the-
crazy.
No, hold it, Michael. Do it.
Go. Try it. Okay. Just one each. Don't touch the bottom or the top, so you can't control. Don't put anybody's eye out. Do it so they'll cross over each other. So you
Not a
can't
martial
control
arts
them,
weapon.
right? It's like a martial arts weapon. And so you can't control it on your own.
Is our flashlight turning on? It is.
Yes.
Oh yay!
What the hell is
Well,
that?
that's
What is that?
That's what those
That's
ghost
one of our
hunters
How
have to do.
strange. I
Why
thought
is
that
that
was
doing that?
something
Shiana, you here?
you guys were doing that on
There you go.
purpose.
So.
Yes. Who?
How
So
weird.
let's find out who that is.
Does it respond to vocal?
It will sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I have to know if this is up. If this is what I'm. I don't know. Somebody else can go.
Ask. He can get the answer. We can get it. Aren't those interesting? You feel the energy through them.
Yeah, it's not. It's wanting to stay crossed when I asked if he's here.
Huh? He's here.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Isa z tego pera popse.
Interesting. Say something.
Isa se sto magazisa za ti ginete.
No.
there's somebody in here right now. Could you turn that light back off? You're killing the battery. Be fantastic if we could save the torch just a little bit longer. Just turn the light off for me, please. Give it a little twist back the direction that you did it before. Want me to calibrate, Lauren, just in case? So the thought on flashlights, the way this works is you gap the battery really close to where the connection will be made. Electricity doesn't arc on stuff like this, but what the theory is that since spirits are made out of energy, they would be closing the gap for you by literally interacting with it.
I have some old
Did you
ones
shut
like
it
that.
off?
Yeah.
We make it just a little bit tighter, just in case, you
You
know,
familiar with him?
vibrations and things.
Joseph
There you
Smith.
go.
Yes.
No, that's good.
Not personal, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay.
That was pretty trippy.
Make it easy. Well, we were watching the monitor in here and we noticed that light kept coming up behind
I'm
you
like,
back
where's that
here,
light
and
coming
yeah,
from?
we definitely didn't want to alarm you. Okay, we're gonna get back out.
All right, thank
Have
you.
fun,
Bye.
guys.
All right, so we could ask that for a question. Is that name of somebody? George, is that you moving the flashlight? Bob, is that you moving the flashlight? Is it the dog moving the, no.
The entity that was behind Edward.
Oh, it was an entity behind Edward.
What about the owner of this building? Are you here?
It started flashing when you talked about Gordon.
Gordon? Does it start flashing there? You can make this ring too. This is one of those EMF meters. You can make that, the little orange thing on it go, and if it gets real high, it'll bring orange. Settle it down. Okay, that good. Okay. Feel the vibration change and shift up. Okay. There's.
I'm just getting a lot of ups and downs, and we're like grabbing a lot of straws right now, trying to get something.
Yeah.
And I know that that's part of what we should be doing, but maybe if we just like pool our energy.
Okay, I like that.
You know what's really, I feel that's really not making it happen, in my opinion, is the light.
Yeah,
I agree.
We know that.
It's telling me that
yeah, it's really hard to work with. But
they don't like the light.
They don't.
And I
I felt it neither
through
does
my
the third
hands.
eye.
Yeah, the third eye's blind.
I felt it through my hands.
What did you feel then?
What's that?
That was
They
me.
don't like. It's
No, the
it's
light is too much for them, but we have to have it. This is technology, so we're
No, I
gonna
know.
do what Sal
This is
said.
beta testing.
Test the light.
Yeah, maybe we could do something lights off, voice only.
I don't know.
360
have to
degrees.
ask. We could
There-
ask that.
We could
Then we
ask that.
definitely will.
Why don't you just ask?
There's not a dimmer on this.
No.
It's for the. It's
Want
for
me to
the
get up and
filming.
ask?
Well, he's gonna hear us.
Can you hear us right now, Dan?
What was that?
No.
The crew on the table here wants to know if we could go dark for like 4 minutes just to see what happens.
Sure. We can do that. I will.
Awesome.
Okay.
So we're still here, everybody.
Yeah,
We're
everybody
just
do
gonna
not disconnect. We
turn
are
off
not
the light.
leaving.
Still here.
We're still with you. But we're going to shut the lights off. And we're going to try to work with some natural light right now. And we'll be back in 5 minutes if we don't hear anything.
Can we move that over to there?
No,
Can we move
pass
over
it.
No, that's wired in.
All right.
This
Oh,
is.
that
this.
is.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
that
a
we can.
dimmer.
It is a dimmer, of course.
Oh,
There
this
we
is
go.
so much better. The spirits
Yeah.
are dancing.
Can you
I'd
guys
like to
still
try that
see
for a
me?
little bit.
And-
Can
And
you
then
go a
have
little
it
bit
right
lower?
back up.
Okay, that
Yeah,
is
that
way
blocking
better.
everything?
There is a
I might be throwing a flare on it, but I don't
yeah,
think
we don't
so.
want. Yeah, we
I
have
just
to
couldn't
tell us
tell
that.
what it was.
There is not human. There's a very serpenty something here.
That's so funny.
It's beautiful.
What did Trig say last night?
Okay,
That's
okay.
Hecate again.
Hecate is the
Hecate.
serpentine. She works in serpentine magic. There's like Luciferian magic, which is solar, and serpentine is feminine and dark. and that's what her system is based around, the
Okay.
serpentine aspect.
So she's serpenting around the room. I love that.
Yeah.
So she's
She's, she's one of the oldest female deities, period.
Yeah.
I just think it's ironic because I just inquired about renting a snake, a serpentine, for a
Really?
photo shoot today, so that's pretty
Wow.
ironic.
We'll take a card out with you. Okay, this, even though it's not dark, is much better.
And why spirits don't like light?
We can't produce DMT in our pineal. Sorry,
Explain that.
Virgo. It's what allows schizophrenics to speak to people who aren't in the room, and it's what allows us to dream at night. And there's theories that we get a huge surge of it at the point of death, birth, and a few times or once while we're in the womb.
What about sex?
Not usually, unless it's like incredibly. You could probably do a tantric working where you would. It's like when St. Paul had the vision of the bright light, all that kind of stuff is. It's the brain produces it more naturally in the absence of light, which is why it's better to sleep in darkness. So if you have like a light on, or if you have like a light outside your window, then it can mess a little bit with your dream, like your sleep pattern and stuff like that. So with anything where you're opening up to your intuitive nature, or especially if you're working across the veil, the darker it is, the better. It's more for us, I think. I mean, I don't know if there's something on their end.
Well, that makes sense too. Yeah, I don't. At their end, I think we can see them better
Right.
too. And when we
Yeah.
see the shadow, the light, the orb, there is. Oh yeah, we do some more.
It's like we call on Hecate so that we can open up to her presence, not because she needs us to call on her,
Exactly.
you know.
But it's not Hecate. There is a human spirit here, very grandmotherly. Do you have somebody?
I've got two grandmas that passed away.
Two grandmothers passed away. One is kind of petite.
That's Grandma Popey.
Grandma, Popey. She's just been sitting behind you. She's sitting. She's amazing face, amazing brightness of face. She's doing something.
Crocheting,
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah.
That's all she did.
That's what she's doing.
Time.
She's sitting there, and I was seeing this. So
Yeah, that's when you did that. That's what I thought.
yeah, she's doing something. Oh my God, she loves you. She hangs with you a
That's
lot.
awesome.
Yeah, because I saw her there before, but it was not clear enough, and now that it's just a little bit darker, she's clearly there, and I think she likes to stay to your left side.
Okay.
If that means anything, I don't know if if you'll feel her sometimes to the left. If she used a
Protect you from the influence of the devil.
yeah. There you go. Perhaps that. And now we're moving from shoes to socks. Something about socks.
Oh, that's me. No.
No.
Means nothing to you.
No, I was always just I was just silly, but I have like the largest feet of the women in my family, and she always had the smallest feet, and I was always amazed how small her feet were.
Oh, maybe that's it. Because literally, I was like seeing like a sock, and maybe she's doing a foot comparison. That's so cute. She's very cute.
She's very sweet.
Very cute. Do you have something of hers? Do you have?
On me right now?
No,
At
not
home,
on me,
yeah.
but at home you do, yeah.
I have jewelry of
Yeah,
hers.
that means the world. That's what she's showing me, something like that. That means the world to her.
I have her the cross that my grandfather gave her when they got married. And it's like this 24 karat gold, thin gold. It's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
And my mom gave me a ring of hers.
Okay. That makes her very happy. She's holding it.
She was very close with my grandfather, like extremely close. So that cross definitely meant a lot to her.
Wow. Okay. Anybody want to ask for somebody specific? No? So?
Yeah, not specific.
quiet group out there anywhere? We have to
Well, let's ask Grandma.
Okay.
What's happening with Grandpa?
Okay. Okay. What's his name? First name?
Costa.
Costa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we call in the spirit of Costa. Is Costa here? Yeah, your grandmother pointed at him, and he is outdoors. I think he's by water. Did he like to get outside? Did he?
He was always outside.
Always outside. Okay.
I
He's
have the
out-
feeling he thinks this is too weird. But he's
For
aware
an
that
old
it's
Greek
going
man,
on,
of course.
But he's like far away from it.
Yeah. No, but he's outdoors and he's near water, body of water. I can't tell if it's an ocean or a big lake. And he has funny pants.
Yes! I'm not kidding you when I sorry. He wore the traditional Cretan pants, which are like puffy, and then they kind of like narrowed at the knee and got into
culottes.
boot. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Like they were traditional Cretan style pants.
I didn't mean to call them funny.
But I always thought they were funny too.
Okay. Good. So that's
Sorry.
good. You have a good connection to your ancestors, to your family here. That's.
Why don't we try to bring in something to make ancestral path easy?
Okay.
Are you guys offended by the skull if we
No.
bring it out here?
No.
No, I was just going to tell you to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, Patty. Patty,
Yes.
can I relay in some questions from our viewers online?
Yes, we would love
Okay,
that.
Let me go ahead and start relaying a few questions for you here. I'm gonna just yell them out as I got them.
Yes.
Hi, viewers.
Hey, Patty?
Yes.
One of our viewers, Ashley Howland, is asking if maybe you can call out to her father that has passed away. His name is Gary Howland.
Gary, okay, this is interesting. This is great.
Gary
So, for Ashley, we call in the spirit of Gary, and we could use this as a conduit right here. We have a beautiful human skull. So, for Ashley, we call in the spirit of Gary Holland, Gary Holland, or Howland. Gary, Ashley's dad.
I'm getting facial hair on him. I don't know why, but that's what I'm
He
getting.
might have
Like
facial,
I
and
could
also,
be wrong, but glasses.
I might have glasses. But also something perhaps wrong with his bad knees.
Yeah.
Did he have bad knees, trouble walking because I'm touching his knees? So let us know, Ashley, something with, we right on any of these things?
facial hair. I don't know
There
why.
may be facial hair, stripes, we don't know the stripe. But something definitely legs or knees, maybe a little bit of issue there. And very colorful. I'm getting that he was very colorful.
Definitely, like cheery.
I have a correction. It's father-in-law, not her actual father. I'm sorry. My
Cl-
bad.
Okay, close
It's okay,
enough.
it's the same thing.
Ask
blood.
her if that's right. Yeah, about
It's emotion.
the legs and he's.
Is there any facial hair? Cheeky?
Yes, he had a full face
Got him.
facial hair.
Yay! Yay!
Is he very like rosy cheeked? Like big cheeked, big faced?
Waiting.
And colorful. Whatever that means. That's what I'm hearing. And I still keep rubbing my
Wow,
knees.
this is kind of really intense that we can do this.
Yeah.
This is working
over
better
the
than what we
internet.
were
This
doing.
is wild. Yeah. Because we needed more content. Because we have who we have here, but nobody, if we talk too much about them, they don't know what they are, huh?
I thought I heard him saying this. This is really fun, and he's sending his love.
Okay. Oh, he's sending love. Also, I'm getting.
I got a big yes from Ashley on that last one. I'm not sure what the question was, but
About his cheeks,
big
his
cheek.
face.
yes, definitely on the face.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Damn, I'm pulling this.
Good. Wow. Also, I don't know if it's a talk to him or somebody else that came in. If he knew somebody like Sandy or Sandy Sand, something. I'm hearing Sandy if that attaches to Ashley's.
Her husband is the spitting image of him. She's not sure about the knees.
Okay, or legs. Trouble walking. Okay, that's okay.
What? I'm getting that, like, it seemed like when he passed it was respiratory. It was like breath or something to do with him breathing or lack of breathing correctly. Is what I'm feeling off that. Like there was some struggle with breath.
I can feel that.
You feel that?
Because I'm feeling a little choky right now. Anybody else feeling like you want to cough and choke and not breathe well? So that's somebody.
Just like respiratory or breath or shortness of breath.
Ashley was wondering if you knew what her husband's name is, if Gary knew.
If
Gary?
Gary.
Who's?
I guess she's looking for confirmation, I believe.
Oh, Gary's the father-in-law?
Gary's the father-in-law.
I could be wrong, but I've got something that starts with a B.
Mine started with a W.
And yes, he
Walter.
did die of a heart attack.
Okay. Okay. That's
Yeah,
right. So we were getting a B and a W, and I guess something
All
that
right.
was Sam.
And you want? She's trying to have us guess this guy's name. Is that what
Yeah,
you're trying
ask
to do?
Sam.
She's looking for
Ask.
them.
all
She's
right.
looking for confirmation.
She's looking for confirmation.
I got Brian or Brent, but I could be wrong.
And it was so breathing, chest, facial hair, cheeks. Her husband's name.
But you got a W?
I'm going with. Honestly, I'm going with like an R, like a Ross or a Robert. Or
Walter.
Something like that. Well,
I'm not getting any husband name.
Robert, Ross.
I'm stuck with Sandy,
Or-
but that's not her husband.
Ross. Right.
Ask her what I'm seeing. I'm not good at guessing, unless I get names, and I get names a lot. But not guessing names of living people,
Yeah, that's
that's hard. But do you have a specific picture of him? I think there's two people in the picture. I'm seeing a frame. It looks like two people in the picture, and you have it up at your house. That's what he's showing me. That makes him really happy. Could that be a confirmation? Something that we do see?
Why do I keep getting Ross?
Ross. Maybe his name is Ross.
No.
Okay. And anybody else, feel free to ask. We'll keep going with Ashley and. So let's see if we can get him to say something else. Not testing wise.
I'm not losing it. I'm losing it now on that.
Yeah. Okay.
That was kind of fleeting.
Yeah.
I have a. Let me go ahead and we'll move on to another person.
Yes.
Yes,
As
please.
many people as we can.
Yes.
Please.
I have a Jennifer Jones that would like to hear from her grandpa Barry Kirby.
What a great name.
Barry Kirby.
We call in the spirit of Barry Kirby. We respectfully and in love invite in Barry Kirby. Please welcome Barry Kirby. Kind of a squishy face. A really cute squishy face.
No, I'm getting opposite.
And something about his ears. You know, one of those wide, cute faces. And something about his ears. I don't know if it's hearing or just standout ears. Barry Kirby. Great name. And something about a window that's attached to him, to Barry Kirby. I'm seeing a big.
Jennifer Jones responded with Andrew Barry Kirby.
It doesn't help.
I don't know if you were asking clarification on the name or.
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm seeing a desert outside a window, but I don't know.
So are you hearing what we're saying? Are they hearing what we're saying?
So they can hear us in time right now. You can hear us talking to you. Correct?
There was a time delay.
Okay.
So by the time I get the answers from our viewers, a couple minutes
Something
have
with
gone
fire.
by.
Okay.
So it's not instant,
Okay.
but that's what we're dealing with
Something
right
with
now.
fire.
So are you or they are hearing when we're saying something like, I'm seeing a big window and
Absolutely.
maybe.
They hear everything that you say.
Okay.
I may just be a couple minutes before I
Okay,
get
great.
the answer. 'cause
So
there's a delay.
give us confirmation, anything that we're right on, the desert or
So we can
fire.
drag towards it at least.
Wahoo.
No, just so we can go towards what you're. What
Yes, yeah, not. Definitely something with his ears.
Confirmation, yes, she hears what you're saying, so.
This is not a confirmation.
How can we get that Ouija board?
This is the Ouija board.
I also see something with military. Or non-military, something with military. There's something dealing with fire. Getting sweaty. Something.
So if we catch on anything, just let us know.
Let us know.
Let's try the board. Let's try the board and see if.
How are you going to do that with all of us? You're going to just.
Well, not everybody can touch it. Whoever.
Jennifer Jones doesn't know about the window or dessert.
Desert.
Desert, okay, sorry.
Well, whoever can reach it. I don't need to touch it.
But you should get your hands on there. You're good at that. I'm not as good as you are. She's actually really
Yeah,
good.
but
Trade? Or sure.
No fire.
Got the girl energy going on, you guys. Nice. Oh, you guys can see it?
Just two?
I do
Well,
have
how
a
many can do it?
I know.
Phoenix and Jaden Bannon, who are age 10 and 8 that died in a fire.
Oh, and that's the Ashley person?
No, it's not Ashley. it's
Whoa,
the
why is that
person
lit
that
up?
pops up saying-
Why is that lit up?
Well, no,
that's always lit up.
That the
Oh,
green
man.
part is, but
Oh, the flashlight just.
Somebody
The
died
flashlight
in
went
a
off.
fire?
Yeah, and that's when the flashlight started going
Yeah.
on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fire.
So let's move on to Heather Tooley,
okay.
Yeah.
and that's Phoenix
Sorry about
and
that,
Jaden
gentlemen.
Brandon.
Just flash
Heather
once.
Tooley.
They died, they passed.
Phoenix
Jaden.
and Jaden. So wake up.
Sorry.
Wake up. No, that's okay. I
Were
wasn't for you.
they
that was-
children?
Yeah.
10. So.
Eight and.
Where does it point?
Oh, the
Well,
point.
it's the handmade one, so just the point, I think.
I have to turn
It's sometimes,
around.
it depends on the spirit. You'll figure it out
Turn
fast
around.
enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
These two children who died in the fire, I'm still getting a lot of water. A view of a lot of water around it, if that means anything. Did that have something?
Okay, they were 8 and 10 years old, they died 2 years ago.
Yes.
Yes.
There was
Okay.
something to do with the water. And
So-
it went to W right before you said that.
It went to W before I said that. So asked her if water would relate to them at all. They live near the water or something to do with.
Okay, you're definitely hitting on something with her, she's crying.
Oh. They're holding hands. They're cute. They're very cute.
So we've got cold energy in the corner.
Okay.
So that's something
Good.
that's happening now.
Cold energy in the corner.
It's physically
Gift?
colder here. Is there a
Well, the
vent?
window's open behind you
The
too.
word gift
Okay.
was just
The word gift.
was
She said the only water was from the fire trucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's probably the last thing they remember.
Yeah.
Just have
the word
fun.
gift was spelt.
The word gift was just spelled out. Does that mean something to
You just have a
her?
flash of light.
I know you have a thumb.
I'm waiting
Here,
for
look,
this.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. G.
KG.
L.
Heather Tooley wants to tell their mom Dusty they are okay.
Yeah, they are okay, and they're holding hands, and they're giggling. And ask her about a gift.
KGLG.
Because we
KG.
we spelled
Maybe
out
more than one person trying to
Yeah.
talk at the same time.
Maybe. Can you explain what KGLG means? What was that?
What was that?
What was that?
Oh, we got a lot of.
What was that? Something beeping.
Yeah.
Was it that?
Yeah, it was the EMF reader. Where are you, kids? Where are you? Where are you? Point,
Yeah. Point to the little boy. Point to the boys.
Point to the corner.
And I don't know if it's somebody at this table or somebody out there.
Back up.
We're back up.
Okay. I keep hearing Autobahn.
Like the freeway in Germany?
Yeah, like the freeway in Germany.
See?
So somebody
Something
Germ-
just tipped over there again.
Yeah, I heard
Something
that.
just tipped.
Was that the chair?
That's weird. I kept seeing bunk beds.
I.
I don't know why.
So anybody
Glycine.
relating to bunk beds or Autobahn in Germany?
D. GLECID.
Bunk beds.
GLECID for a name.
GLE. Sometimes they don't spell good on a Ouija board.
Yeah.
You know, they get like it's a nut, but then it gets not. That's something else. I've had them speak Hebrew. I've had it speak.
What?
No, it just won't stay still. I'm like, it just keeps moving.
There's so much energy in here. It's spinning, spinning.
Plus, if you have water lines below, they'll cross. If there's water lines below, they'll cross.
Do you have to have them next to each other?
Well, don't put your eye out. Wow, they're just spinning.
Wow.
Is there more than one person trying to talk?
Wow. Look at that.
Oh.
Why? Yes, probably yes. Well, let's see.
That corner is so active.
It's
Yeah.
here. You know what it is? It's this door on the other side
Oh.
of this. I bet you.
You.
So, what was the name of the person who owned this building who recently passed?
George Jenkos.
George
is
Jenkos.
who I don't want to bring up.
Okay, we don't want to
But
talk.
but we've got to, because that's who I keep talking to in my head.
Okay, so not our George. It's a different George. So
George Jenkos.
George Jenkos.
YOUDEN.
Y-O-U.
He's also Greek. That's why Poppy was speaking in Greek.
Ah.
George, you
Yes.
with us? Mother. God, look at this thing.
Yeah, it's spinning around. I don't know if you can see it in the camera.
This is really fast.
It's really
too, yeah.
big. George Jenkos, is that you?
Yes.
Okay. So you got it, Sal. So.
Or no.
And no.
Yes and
I
no.
think there's more than one person talking.
Well, yeah.
So,
that's-
what are you thinking, Michael? You got something in your head?
Yeah, I was wondering
We're not
what
sure.
who's with us. I mean, not
That's
of the
what's
persons,
playing.
but
Yeah, no one
light or
cares.
dark. There's a
Oh.
there's a different presence here than what we're not wanting to speak of.
The darker presence.
Dark.
Okay, is there a dark presence here?
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
And what is his name? What is his name?
W.
H. Y. That's you why. I. Y. I.
Okay, I have a Tony Moulton who is
What was it?
wanting to know if a toast
WHYIY.
Goodine.
WHY.
IY.
Hang on, we're on something here. Hang on one
hold
second.
on. Well, hold on. We didn't hear that. Hold on one second.
WH.
I.
Y. I.
Yeah, don't you see? It's not. It's phonetics. It's not the. It's not.
Yeah, it's not real spelling.
It's Y I.
I.
I mean,
No, I don't mean to laugh.
phonetically, that's how they use it.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Y-I.
Y-I-M.
Yeah.
It's
Y-I-M.
CL.
G.
X.
No.
How do you spell your name?
G.
U. H.
G. U. H.
E.
G-U-H-E.
I. What could be a
I don't know.
non-traditional name?
This is G-U, he, no.
If he's here in this room, if there is something of that nature, give us a sign. Anything.
Yeah,
Give us a sign.
yeah. Make the lights flash. Make the
Oh.
flashlights turn on, the ghost meters, the little bear.
F.
Yeah, you have so much here.
There's so
There's
much
just
here.
a lot. It's nothing's focusing for us.
Knock
L.
on the table.
No, he's playing.
Yeah,
I.
and he's causing some of the chaos.
He's playing.
G. H. Of light.
What?
Of light?
You said show us a sign, and it's spelled out.
Well, he
of
asked if there was a
light.
dark presence earlier, and then it said yes, and then it said, give us a sign, and it said of light. And so earlier I had thought there was more than one thing trying to talk. So,
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe that-
He's the big light. He's the big L.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so whoever, help us focus.
Should we?
We wanted it, yeah, there was a question out there, Dan, can you give it to us again? We were talking to spirits. Whatever that last question was, we didn't hear it.
You ready for another question?
Yes.
Yes.
We didn't hear that last one. Yeah, you're not hearing us either.
Okay, let me see.
This type of back and forth breaks the concentration of
Jennifer
us.
Carter
Okay.
is looking for Michael Jean Carter.
Jennifer Carter looking for Michael Jean Carter.
Just want to know how he is and is he watching over her stuff.
We got a
Yes, we got a yes on the Ouija board immediately. I'm getting kind of long legs, jeans.
G.
Michael Jean Carter.
I. K. E. Gike. U.
Card.
D.
Gikud.
Jikad. Anyway, I don't know if we got a confirmation. I was seeing
You're
with.
getting an oh my god is what you got for a response.
Okay. All right. He's here, and he's okay. The Ouija board said I saw the legs, the jeans. Would ask. This sounds funny, but and I don't know what the meaning of this particular word is for him. But does the word booty mean anything attached to him? I mean, it can mean a lot of things.
Yes.
Yes. He's pretty funny.
I'm waiting for a response.
Okay.
T. Y. H.
He was short.
He was short, but if was short, was his legs long for his body? Like a shorter body than legs.
K.
Gyhek.
Ty.
Oh, Tyhek.
E.
Anyway.
You should have had a pad writing
I know.
it down.
Yeah.
That's how we used to do it.
Because
then you can read the words between the letters between
Remember
them.
that TV show of that bumper? They read like the.
I know this delay is difficult. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I like the delay because it gives us more chance to actually
Yeah,
center out what we're doing.
we have to keep focusing.
Because if you keep, every time we interrupt and ask a question from somebody on the outside respectfully, we're breaking what we're getting and we get inundated and we've got
Are
people.
we going to take a break?
Yes.
So
Do you
yeah.
have to get out of here or something?
No, I think we should take a break, regroup, and talk. And see what we could go
Let's
for.
take it down to goodbye.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the energy feels different.
Yeah. Why don't
There's
we
too
do?
much going on.
Why don't we do a ma chant? A plain old simple ma chant. If they don't want us to go off. So
The
that.
legs weren't long.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and move on to one other person here.
Okay. He's not.
Heidi Cooper is wanting to know about Paul Jennings.
Heidi Cooper, Paul Jennings. Feels like a game show.
His back still hurts. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I feel that too. Low.
My
Yes,
grandpa's.
yes, they can hear you, so you don't have to ask that question, but we have to wait for the responses. There's a delay, like I said.
Okay. Well, Jennings' back is hurting.
I have a feeling that means he passed recently. My grandpa's hand hurt for a week after he died.
After he, and also he's showing me, it looks like two almost columns or two pillars, two poles. See if that means something.
The guy with the legs had polio when he was a kid.
That's not it. Jennings. Nothing on.
Yeah, that was the one before.
Yeah, that was probably before.
I don't know which person we're talking about now.
We're supposed to be. I'm picking up on the Jennings back thing.
A back thing.
I'm just waiting for her to respond to that. See if I'm off. But I just keep getting trauma around the back or soreness in the back.
Yeah.
Big yes over here with this.
Yeah. And I feel it. Anybody feel like back pain? Like
Yeah,
you want to move it
this
around?
is-
Yeah. What
Yeah.
if somebody's got back pain that came in when we called that person in.
I did too many seances.
That's funny. And again, definitely I'm seeing two big columns, two big poles, two big.
Does that mean anything to you?
The columns I'm seeing is relating to him.
It's Seth and Shu on either side. Not that we know it. We all know what that means.
These divination rods said yes. Poles.
To the pools.
I'm not getting pulled.
Yes, Paul Jennings had a very bad back.
Okay, here
good.
we go. So,
Very big delay.
yeah, that's too much of a delay.
Yeah.
This
This is very experimental, everybody. We've never done this
Yeah,
before.
this is really hard.
This is like it's really hard for us trying
You're
to keep.
tapping into all of us to keep up with the people out there. At the same time, we're having mixed emotions about what's going on with all of us in here.
Yeah.
So we might not be on the
Very
same plane as you. So it is really hard.
Thing with the columns?
I don't know.
Jennings has a bad back.
But I'm seeing columns over here. I don't know if it's attached to them. Was that with you? Are you seeing that or sensing
Well,
that?
there's usually two columns in the kind of work that I do.
Come on over here, I'll
I
take
gave
that.
my columns away to the man who built them, but I'll probably rebuild them when I get back from my journey. But yeah, I just wasn't sure what the he said it had something to do with me.
Yeah, I saw columns with you.
Someone saying something about
No,
columns.
Ionic or Doric.
Corinthian.
Corinthian, yes.
Oh,
That's channeling Popey's people.
Corinthian, yes.
well, that's encouraging.
Good.
I'm
Good.
going to give you names
But
and just give impressions. We're
can
not
we
gonna
bring up
keep relaying the information back and forth.
the
It's
origin?
difficult.
Oh,
Of
okay.
your
So
cross?
just if somebody is there
This?
giving you a message, then
Can we bring them
go
up?
ahead and then we'll give the next name and we'll just
Sure.
try to get through these
The
hundreds of
founders
people.
of that?
Okay. So sorry, we're
Back
all
in
talking
the
about.
1800s.
You're not going to give us names of people you're talking
Well, that's
to.
good.
No, I am. I'm going to give you
Yeah.
names, give me your impressions,
They
and
wanna
if
talk.
there's any message for them.
Okay.
And then
To
I'll
you.
go on to the next name and give me the
Okay.
impression and
Cool.
any messages, okay?
That's good. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do that
Because it's
on a break.
what.
I don't know.
It's
Pick
relating
up.
to
Once
you.
again, Andrew Barry Kirby, any message?
Any Andrew Barry Kirby, any message? He was the one who was like 3 people back. Circle. Does circling mean anything to Andrew?
P. A. That H.
Anybody get anything?
H.
Andrew Kirby. I'm seeing all these spirits and I don't remember which one he was. This is really hard. Do you get anything, Michael?
No, with him.
We're not going back and forth. He seems very polite
P-H-E-S.
and raising his hand. But he's fine, but I'm not getting a message.
Was he the one who had polio?
Maybe he's the one. I don't. It's
Henry Martin.
Henry Martin.
That's a lot of.
There's a lot of
You guys are
spin.
throwing too much out at us.
Sorry.
This is what's hard is that we have like 12
A bunch of things
going
going on
on
at
at once, and it's like I can't even keep the conversation straight, let alone the spirit straight. This is funny. Wow.
E.
Is that it? P-H-E-S-E?
P-H-E-S. Fez. Oh. I actually am. Well, you guys, I don't know if they call it a fez, and I know that's spelled wrong for a fez, but just before you were doing that, when you were seeing this,
S.
You
doing
saw
P-H-E.
Fez?
I saw a fez.
S.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
they're here.
What are you talking about? The founders of the Golden Dawn.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills all over my. I'm telling you, they're here.
I'm se-
Or the
who's that?
founders of this, because he went to Fez.
Yeah.
I just spelled Fez out.
It
We
spells
just
Fez
spelled
out,
it
and
out.
I was seeing.
And the columns.
I was the
It's
columns,
related
and
to
I was
columns
seeing
related
that.
to
African
you.
side of the Mediterranean. Yeah.
It's related to you. I saw that. I see him.
How cool.
So yeah, and I saw a fez before this spelled out fez.
The guy that I'm going to visit wears a fez down in South Africa.
W.
So hello, if you are you
E.
I see.
see let me see the rods.
I see.
S.
Who do we want to ask about? Who we think?
Pass,
More?
pass,
I know. too many things going. It's juggling.
Yeah, you guys
So-
are getting, it's getting intense.
Are the founders
SWES.
of the Golden Dawn, are the founders of the Golden Dawn here with us?
S. C.
Yes.
No way. I know what this is spelling.
What
There's
is
no
it?
way that's spelling that though.
It,
I don't want it. It's just getting too.
Is-
Westcott?
Yeah.
Well, I felt bad for stealing the symbol from inside his journal for my Crooked Path workshop.
Oh.
No, that was a P.
What's that?
P.
P.
I'm kind of confused. I'm so confused by all this.
I'm really
Seen some
confused.
weird
This
stuff.
is,
It's a bunch of stuff going on.
Weird
There's-
physical stuff.
yeah. So everybody,
No.
let's take a deep breath again.
Should we
Say goodbye to them.
Should we go? We just can't say goodbye. You don't just say.
Let's
Oh,
take a
we're
break.
Don't
leaving.
just say, no, we can't we just leave? We can't leave it as a live feed. We can't leave. But
No, I'm saying to the
to the-
board.
no, we don't want to just leave the board. We'll shut it down when we do, but it's still talking.
Yeah.
We're getting a question up in regards to the Golden Dawn about a Mathers being there.
McGregor Mathers.
Yes.
That's a pretty generic name to say in the Golden Dawn. There's so many other names you could use.
Well, Westcott was.
I mean,
the
Westcott
other
is a
one.
big one.
Um,
Edgar Case. You know, we have women in the Golden Dawn.
I do a lot of nuances with the rods, like right over left versus, right versus left. This is like one kind of yes, this is that person making it happen.
Yeah.
Left is
Is that an L?
outside
K.
forces or something else.
Oh, that was
It was
an
a
L.
definitive
Oh, L?
run cross on the founders of the Golden
L.
Dawn.
L.
Like,
Are they mad?
They're probably mad at you for
Yes.
giving everything away.
are you okay? Anybody from the Golden Dawn here is of importance. Are you mad?
No. Okay.
Are you okay and glad?
You.
Hesitant, yes, but yes.
We got CLU.
Look, it's like a heartbeat right there. It's kind of matching in with that.
T.
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 I know what this one is too. But nobody knows that name but me, probably, I bet. So I'm hoping it's.
So, those who can't see, I guess you can see, the Ouija board's going insane. We have spirits knocking on our heads. Anybody feel behind you that,
I felt a tap earlier.
yeah.
E.
So, is that something you know, what, who, anything you want to speak out?
No,
Not
it's,
since
I
we're in
mean,
a
they're
public
spelling
thing.
out. I mean, I don't
Why
know.
don't you, instead of doing that, why don't you just call them?
Is this Dorothy Clutterbuck? Yes or no?
Just
Did you see that?
Dorothy?
Just the whole thing go,
What are you talking about?
just
we just,
Dorothy Clutterbuck?
what a great name.
Dorothy Clutterbuck.
I just saw a
Do you
whole,
hear us? Dorothy Clutterbuck. Dorothy Clutterbuck. How about recently past cultists? How about Raymond Buckland? No. No. I'm confused. This is all-
it's full of energy, but,
I'm hurting.
you gonna take a break with the cell, or is it gonna just go continuous 2 hours?
I know. How do we do this?
I
So
don't
you have
know.
to take a break because it's too much.
Well, I know, but I'm talking about
overcrowded in
hand
here.
on this.
You've
Oh,
got to take
yes.
a breath out and walk.
No,
What
but
is-
I'm talking about our hands on this thing. We can't just take our
Can you?
hands off it.
no,
That's why you say goodbye.
that's why we can say goodbye. If it's not talking right now, so if any
Goodbye.
spirit has anything to say right now, say it.
Yeah, I need to just shake out for a second. It's getting too.
Wait, what? We didn't hear any of that. What?
Can we ask for somebody real quick?
Yeah.
Teresa Dickey wants to know about her son that's passed, Daniel Weiss Ladet.
Daniel Weiss Ladet.
Teresa Dickey.
We call in the spirit of Daniel Weiss Ladet.
Books.
Sal's getting books. I'm getting something with eyes. Either his perception of how he saw things or his literal vision.
I'm getting that there's a very strong and benevolent guide with him that's helping him right now.
Something.
There it went again.
Camera.
It's the camera shutting off.
Yeah.
It's the camera just shut off.
Did
Yeah.
you just see that do something?
No,
No,
no, it was.
it wasn't.
Camera shut off?
It's like a red blinking
Yeah,
light.
red. It's off.
It
We're
says that-
offline.
It says that we're live.
It says we're live.
You guys want to stretch this out? And come back in here.
let's do that.
Can we stretch it out?
The camera's live.
We're live. been talking to spirits through flashlights. Here we go, as we say it.
Hi.
Hey. Trying to pull our focus back. So we could use your help too. Got a beautiful
Horatio. I knew him well.
Model.
flashlight. So is there, okay, is there a spirit talking to us through the flashlight that's going on and off? Yes. Is it something or somebody attached with Sal? Yes. Who is Sal?
It's
Okay. So,
Is it someone that was my friend or just an acquaintance?
okay. Would you consider yourself a friend?
Or foe.
Or an acquaintance?
Would you consider yourself an acquaintance? More of an acquaintance. Do you have an idea of who you think it might be?
Ask him if he's met me only once.
Did you meet Sal only once, this acquaintance? Yeah. But there was obviously some form of attachment or
Okay.
connection.
Mm-hmm.
Another question?
Okay. Is she always going to be angry?
Yes.
Was there a lot of sadness in this building back in the 70s and the 80s?
So if this is people who are at the building, correct, that you're saying, where we get, so if this person, whoever this is always going to be sad, why don't we find out if there's something holding them here or if they can leave?
I think that for me, what I get from it is that they're safe here because they came here to hide from her. Because this was his workspace.
Yeah, light just came on.
Very brightly.
And what was his name again?
George.
No.
Was it? No, what was his name? Mr. Costas, but I don't know his first
No, it
name.
wasn't close either, so.
What was his last name?
The last name's again close.
So what's his first name?
I don't know. But it wasn't George.
I thought it was. So it's Jenkos.
It was like Tomas or something like that.
That's what it was. Tommy. It was Tomas. It was Thomas. Yeah.
Is that the person who passed?
Yes.
Okay. So is this person who's following, who is an acquaintance, but there was a definite connection, is it Tomas, or we're hoping we get the name of Jenkos?
Yes.
Jenkos. Is that you? Okay. Can you point at Popey?
He never got to meet her. He's going to connect with me.
Do you? Alright.
Let me ask us that question.
Okay.
Point at the person sitting in your chair. Point at the person sitting in the chair that you sat in when you came here. He can't. He can't do it. You know why?
Why?
Because you're sitting in it.
I'm sitting in it. Oh. He sat in the white chair. Okay.
That was
So am I sitting in your chair? Okay, if I hold it way out here and don't put anybody's eyes
Yeah.
out. Okay. Who is the person that's sitting in your chair? No, it's not working.
Mm-mm.
It's just not, there's no energy behind
Because
it.
I don't think it's defined as his chair, it's just a chair that he sat in.
Oh,
Well,
semantics. There's somebody else. Here, you see, you want that?
I want to just focus on talking to him.
Okay, then let's just focus to
Yeah.
talk. We don't need this stuff.
Who do you want to call?
Ghostbusters.
Why do you have to do things like that?
Why don't we go over the
Serious.
top and call someone
What?
who you'd be
Okay.
afraid to call?
Okay,
You want to do it?
I'm not afraid to call anybody.
All right, let's do it then.
let's go. Okay.
But I don't
Anybody
believe
think of an
in what-
interesting name to ask him to come, or suffer the torments of hell, his flesh be ripped out, however you want to do it.
So, or
Ask
some,
him to appear before us. Let's think of a name. What's the first name that comes to you?
do we mean somebody that the people watching will know as well as us?
A lot of them will. If the name that's on the top of my head, a lot of them will. Majority of them will.
Can say it.
Yeah, you can say
His
it.
initials are AC.
Oh no, that's
Houdini?
too
AC.
Aleister Crowley?
Call him.
That's too easy. That's too
Call
easy.
him.
Does it work if they've reincarnated?
Sure.
Yes.
He's the one who wants to be called along with yours
Okay.
more than any.
In my aspect,
Yes.
it's essences of. It's not a
Right.
pure.
Right.
It's essences come through because I think people both ways. So, okay, do we want to call Aleister Crowley? It's Halloween night.
Who's that?
Aleister Crowley is like, without tooting his horn for him any more than we already have in the world, he is like one of the most widely known occultists of the 20th century.
Oh wow.
And he was part of the Golden Dawn, but then he was removed from the Golden Dawn, and he went off and he rebirthed an old order and ran with it, and became, because of self-grandizement and stroking his own dick, essentially, he became the great master.
He had other
Therion.
people stroke it too.
And a lot of beautiful women stroking it, and like rock stars to this day still love Aleister Crowley. The guys in Tool, the band Tool, that Maynard is obsessed with Crowley. Jimmy Page is obsessed with
Is
Crowley.
it Man Who Sold the World about it?
David Bowie was obsessed with Crowley. Everybody wanted to be part of Crowley's life.
All right, so Crowley's here. Maybe.
Crowley's here.
Crowley's here. The lights would go out, and we'd all be knocked on our asses.
Was he a bad man?
No,
or-
any more, no more bad than I am, or he is, or you are a woman. He's just a man. He just played with his words. He played with his name, and he made himself popular. I don't believe in bad, though. You're asking the wrong person. I mean, I
Just because when you said when he knock us out in our lights,
Well,
I'm
he's-
like, that's
he's-
what I think bad.
He's a strong magician.
Nothing will come in jest.
Yeah, he's not.
Nothing will
like
come with laughter. Nothing will come with jest. You have to believe to make it happen.
Yeah.
If you don't, it won't come.
Yeah, but
It won't.
it's
That's right.
Crowley he was a very smart man. He was a very well-read man, but he was also a man that just did what he wanted to do. And he, Edward was like pretty much forbidden to read him as a child because his father
Really?
was an occultist who didn't like Crowley, right?
So how do we call
He
him?
got that from Poke Runyon.
I think we're sort of. Well, let's call him in. But
His father knew.
I've got
Pope
something
Brendan.
going on. Did he have something wrong with his hands? Does anybody remember that?
No.
No? Anything with his
No.
No, he sharpened his teeth toward the end, but I don't know if he did anything with his hands.
fingers? There's a heat there. Okay. So we invite
They made
in.
Uncle Fester.
You want to invite in?
designed
You want to
after-
invite in a popular name because
Really?
it's Halloween night?
Yeah,
We can.
Okay, let's go with
when he was older.
Let's
He was more
concentrate for a
attractive
second and put all our comedy aside and focus. And just follow my voice for a second, okay? Close your eyes. And imagine it being 1968. And imagine the Doors playing. And imagine rock and roll on Sunset Strip. And then you think of a girl named Sharon Tate, who was a beautiful, beautiful model. Sharon was murdered by the Manson family, not far from here. So you want to go there? Let's go there. Sharon, this is your town. This is your neighborhood. Could we disturb you? Can you come for us? Talk to us about that day. Remember that day. Bobby Beausoleil. Remember him at your door. Remember your pregnancy. Feel the weight of her breath. Because she knows she's not going to make it through the day. There's a lot of death at that point. People were dying in Vietnam every day. They had a lot of trauma. When Sharon died, it was very brutal.
Mm.
It was not a happy thing. It's not a fun thing. It's not a Hollywood thing. It's someone dying that was 20 years old with a child still in her stomach. This is real life. Feel the noose around her neck.
Feel the breath.
There's no breath. They took it from her. Just because she was pretty.
Her senses were so heightened of intensity. She's hearing every breath, every ending breath, every sound around her.
Somebody gave up that address. Who gave up the address to where they lived? Somebody said it. Not.
She was living with the director, Polanski.
Yeah, but he gave it up, not knowing. Somebody connected to those.
Yeah.
Gave up an address.
He was hanging out with
He was hanging out
with
the beat. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how they got there.
Yeah.
Because he gave up an address.
The Beach Boys, Brian Love.
Yeah.
Brian Love was connected to the Manson murders through it. There was so much.
You could hear them screaming. Why are you doing this?
I mean, at the same time,
That's what you wanted to
we're
hear.
looking.
You guys wanted to hear
We're
death.
looking at that particular moment in at that time.
At that time.
And she remembers it too, but it's
That's a bad
past.
time.
Like it passed in 20 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been a long time since then.
It did pass in 20 minutes, but it was 20 minutes of agony.
Of heightened
Having a fork stabbed in
everything.
your stomach.
Oh yeah, you
over
could
and
hear her
over.
screaming.
It had an
My
effect,
baby,
a
my
reverberating
baby.
effect.
My baby, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They stabbed her like more than 30 times with a fork in her stomach.
Yeah, but it was the address. Somebody fucked up.
A lot of things in this town that people don't talk about. There's a lot of bad things. Just if you walk away from Sharon Tate, you go up the street up Laurel Canyon. You had the murder right there where they beat that guy to death with a lead pipe.
Yeah, Roman knows.
Huh? You know, these are all dealing with a time in Los Angeles that was brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal time.
But you know what, Sal? I get a vibe that one of them was there before this took place. One of the girls or one of the guys. Someone had been there.
From the family?
Yeah.
Well, Bobby used to go there, I thought.
Someone had been there.
And now he's a priest in jail.
Yeah.
So there's...
Wow, that's a heavy...
It's very heavy. It's
Yeah,
very
you
sad.
guys
and
wanted heavy.
Next to that
everything
convent.
heightened the sounds.
Next to the convent.
Yep, right next to the convent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wasn't it?
That brick wall, that really tall wall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that was the La Biancas.
Yes.
Oof. didn't want to think of that anymore.
No. All right.
That was bad.
It was bad. So we'll move this on. But we experienced death. And I don't know if anybody here or even anybody out in the other worlds felt a heightened senses with everything.
Ugh.
Your breath, it was
saw
like magnifying glass came in. So
I just
what if
felt continuous chills.
I
Yeah.
did too. I
Up
saw
and
a guy in a
down.
corner like jacking off while she was being murdered.
Yeah. Huh?
I saw it.
Veil of sun.
Someone was doing that.
So let's pull in
Oh God.
a different spirit. Yes, a dead spirit, but perhaps a little lighter.
Yeah.
Bob Hope. This is Bob Hope's neighborhood. He lived up the street.
Of hope.
I thought you were going to bring in the last pope. The German one.
He's still alive.
No, the other one.
Oh, the one.
The John Paul.
Yeah,
JP2.
yeah, Bob Hope was right here.
Bob Hope. Oh, that would be fun.
That would be fun.
And he lived a long, long,
He
long
lived a
life.
really good life, and
George
he
Burns.
lived right down the street. George Burns, Gracie Allen. We are in the town right now for all of that stuff.
Yes, we are. So, all right, we invite in Bob Hope, the spirit. Didn't he have? They call him something.
Hilarious.
Something.
Just a lot of smoking.
Okay, Bob Hope, you, Mr. USO, Mr. Do the Troops, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Live in
He used to hang out with the Rat Pack.
yeah.
Should have water in here.
I should have water in here.
Get rid of that stuff.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know the way they do their stuff.
Oh.
I could see you doing it.
I'm getting a lot of pressure to the back of his head. I would say that just before he passed, he was getting really fuzzy.
Bob Hope?
Yeah, Bob was getting really fuzzy.
He lived a long, long time.
Yeah. He loved life. He loved what he did.
Yeah.
He loved his wife. He loved his girlfriend. That's what he's saying. He's making lists.
Mm-hmm.
He loved the troops. He loved life. He loved Hollywood. He
This light does not want to shut off.
delight. Yeah. So Bob Hope, besides lists, can you move the flashlight? That's something you could do. It's like a spotlight. Think of it like a spotlight.
Make it shine brighter.
Make it shine brighter. Turn it off.
He worked in a really great movie once, many years ago, where it was a straight movie. It was called The Gilded Cage, and it had Lucille Ball in it, but she was not a comedian.
Wow.
Then she was a straight actress, and she was incredibly beautiful looking, and just played this role so well that she was such a serious actress, you know. And then you see her years later being the goof that we all know her to be, but she was actually a rockette.
Yeah, she was like I have her
Yeah.
tattooed on my leg. She's a
Yeah.
very
You do?
huge starlet, yeah.
Yeah.
Like before she even came into like
Came
slapstick,
into all slapstick,
comedy and
yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Gilded Cage was amazing.
Yeah, that's why I got all excited when you said that. Like,
Yeah.
So Bob, did you like that? I know you're flashing around now, because we're talking about Lucille Ball. Did you like her?
You know what else is really funny about the whole Lucille Ball thing?
What?
Ricky Ricardo. You know what's funny about Ricky Ricardo?
What?
What was his #1 song?
I don't know.
Do we know?
No.
Nobody hears music buff?
the only thing I could guess be Baba
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, so Orishas.
It's Orishas. It's calling down the Orishas in Santeria
Really?
in Cuba. Yeah.
Wow.
That's Cuban. Chango Babaluae.
You don't want to mess with that.
Is
I can't.
Desi here?
Chungo and me don't mix because I'm with Ogun.
None of those you want to mess with. Saying their names.
Yeah, or being the drummer.
Yeah, no, I
I've
don't.
seen a lot of that.
So have I.
Yeah, but I mean,
I mean, that's not fake. What's in the corner down there? That's the
Yeah, I
real
know.
deal. That Legba over there, Eche Baba Legba, Michael and I had a lot of work with that stuff together. Yeah. But yeah, wow. That was intense.
That was good. It went
Yeah,
right around.
that's
So,
where it's at.
so it kind of went
So
from
it's still there.
Bob to Lucille.
Well, I
Lucille
I
to-
chanted the Chungo chant. That's what that was. I shouldn't probably do that, but because he's not. Orishas are on your head or lower.
Off.
Wow.
Wow.
Shit.
All right.
Wow, maybe we should stay away from that then.
Okay, so we won't go there.
What the hell?
Okay.
Stay away from it. Is what.
Stay away from it. Okay, we'll stay
Yeah.
away from. Okay, we'll stay away from it. More flashes of something. Oh,
jeez.
Thank you.
Ekate? Normally Ekate? No? Wow, what is going on with this?
Yeah. It's so funny. Our
But the
little ghost
EMF isn't
meters,
doing
nothing.
anything.
They're doing
It's
nothing.
not doing a damn thing.
Mm-mm. It's tired. All right, so we didn't do much with Bob Hope. We left Bob Hope for other worlds, so to speak.
Well, I want to send my
What's-
love to Joe Shans if he's here.
Joe Shans.
To my mom if she's around. My sister said to say hi.
Oh, Judy, I love you so much, and I miss you so much, and I'm so sad that your son is leaving.
And it's just flashing nonstop.
It's flashing nonstop.
Judy is-
So yeah, this is the time, and for everybody out there with all, I know again this is very experimental, but this is a time to just honor your
Talk to
loved
people that you
ones.
love.
Talk to people that you love. Let them go. Let them go to spirit form. Don't hold on to the flesh. That's the one thing you
Yeah.
can't have anymore. Let it go.
Yeah.
Love them, and now have them as your spirit friends.
There's a certain amount of missing that's selfish.
Yeah.
And we got to let go of it so that we can let them move on.
This is crazy.
It is crazy because now we're talking about people that died, and
Yeah.
it's going in time with my voice, and I don't know what to do because it's going faster and faster and faster.
I saw the reflections in there, and I'm like,
Why is this happening to me?
It's good because it's something
We've never seen it.
funny. It's something.
Changes. David Bowie.
Oh.
Whoa.
Something else.
We could call in some rock stars
Something
now.
else?
That's not what it is.
What is it?
It's with him.
Well, that started happening with his mom, right? Judy was brought. No.
Judy's.
Right and left shoulder.
I don't know if I'm buying that 100%. I think Edward has a lot to do with it, though.
Killing him.
Yeah. All right. So,
Killing him.
Judy, I mean, come on, man. She's
all
a
right.
huge part of my life.
So if there's any spirits that have any specific messages for us, make them a little clearer. Either speak through one of us, literally or figuratively, or just flash like that. On, off, on, off, on, off.
On, off, on, off, on.
Oh, I know working with Corey, who's out there, our ghost hunter, he's had one.
It's been doing it the whole time.
Literally
Doesn't
do
stop.
SOS, which I don't know what that
This has been doing it for 5 minutes.
What does that? What? How does
Save
that
our
work?
souls.
Save our souls. Yeah, 3 long, 3 short, 3 long, 3 short. He showed us a video.
What?
It's Morse code when
Oh, it's
ships
dot,
are
dot,
sinking.
dot, dash, dash, dash. Oh, of
Yeah.
course. That's semaphore. That's like Morse code, yeah. Right. That's an SOS signal.
You
Are
distressed?
you giving us a distress signal? Now you're giving us a chill signal.
That's me.
But none of the EMFs are going off, so that makes me a little bit weary of that. Because if they're not doing anything and just the light is, could it be the light?
No, I think those could be more. I think, in my experience of doing this a lot in a long time, sometimes spirits like the EMF meter, sometimes they don't. Sometimes, they might, especially if they died a while ago, they understand a flashlight. They don't understand this.
Clumps on packs.
Sometimes you get it with and we're not doing a lot with incense or smoke, with movement, with visions, with the different tools, with the board, with channeling, but I don't think we've had the focus to channel here yet.
I'm gonna try to end this out by just pulling ourselves together and
Yeah.
just making some tonality and just.
It's 11.
Can we ring the Tibetan bell?
Yes.
Yay.
Would you like to?
Sure.
Is that your father's, or did you bring yours?
No, this is
Mine.
hers.
Oh.
Should we close with an Om?
Yes.
Can we do a little chakra balance? Can
Yeah,
we do that?
we'll do
Can we end
that.
that?
And I want to consciously shut down.
Okay.
Or we could do the thing that I say at the end of that. You know the one?
Okay. Yeah, get people.
So, repeating after me, to the north and to the south.
To the
north and to the south.
To the east and to the west.
To the east and to the west.
To the spirits of light among us and to the spirits below.
To the spirits of light among us and to the spirits below.
We send out our reverent love and compassion.
We send out our reverent love and compassion.
May all beings be happy.
May all beings be happy.
May all beings be serene.
May all beings be serene.
May all beings be in peace.
May all beings be in peace.
And one final
As we close the veil around us between the worlds, we thank the spirits that came, and we close it now.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Happy Halloween. Stay tuned to BreakTheDarkness.com for more awesome stuff from Dan Coda.
Yes.
Yeah.
And come to the Crooked Path and come hang out with us.
Yes.
The Crooked Path. And you can go to edward-reeb.com to follow me on my trip in Asia.
And maybe sometime you'll find a new Club Monte Cristo in the world.
Yes. Yeah. PattyNaver.com. This comes to all of us.
Crooked Path.
Herding cats.
Bye, guys. Happy Hallows.
Herding cats. Herding cats.
Let's eat and talk a little bit, can we?
Yes, we need to ground. Everybody needs to ground. So eat something salty. If there is something salty, would be really good.
This is really cool. I
Oh,
like that. I like your
cute.
jacket.
Oh, me too.
Fries?
Bear, you didn't
Yeah.
do nothing. Anything. No.
So these guys, can you talk to us or?
Oh, well.
Can?
Yes. Good old reliable flashlight.
I know, love the flashlight. The flashlight is great.
So secretly there's blood in the tape.
There's what, who tape?
Blood in the tape.
Blood on tape?
Blood in the tape. When I wrap it,
Oh, that one.
I do a little prick and wrap the tape on.
I bleed everything.
It-
So what does that do for, what is your, just
I don't know.